beyond ATC connected.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, request IFR clearance to Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, Cancun ground, information uniform current, cleared to Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau via the OMSUC 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb to 6,000 feet, squawk 1032.
Clear to Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau via the OMSUC 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb to 6,000 feet, squawk 1032, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Wilco Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Cancun ground, Air Mexico 589, Boeing 737-800, with information uniform, gate 46, request IFR clearance to Santa Lucia Air Force Base.
Aero Mexico 589, Cancun ground, cleared to Santa Lucia Air Force Base via ADCOF 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via sit to flight level 200, squawk 3540.
Cleared to Santa Lucia Air Force Base via ADCOF 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via sit to flight level 200, squawk 3540, Aero Mexico 589.
Aero Mexico 589, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Wilco, Aero Mexico 589.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, date 15, request pushback and engine start.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, Cancun ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
Pushback and engine start approved, face north, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for Short check is completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear. Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel. Reset parking brakes. Unlocking gear. Door tag disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Cancun ground, WestJet 2773, Boeing 737 MAX 8 with information uniform gate 45, request IFR clearance to Toronto Pearson.
WestJet 2773, Cancun ground, cleared to Toronto Pearson via Rocky 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via SIT to flight level 270 squawk 4741.
Cleared to Toronto Pearson via Rocky 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via SIT to flight level 270 squawk 4741, WestJet 2773.
WestJet 2773, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Wilco WestJet 2773.
Viva 7416, request IFR clearance to Santa Lucia Air Force Base. Viva 7416, Cancun ground, information uniform current, cleared to Santa Lucia Air Force Base Airport via Adgov 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via SID to flight level 200, squawk 2355. Clear to Santa Lucia Air Force Base Airport via Adgov 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via SID to flight level 200, squawk 2355, Viva 7416. Viva 7416, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start. Wilco, Viva 7416.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, request taxi to the active.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, taxi to holding point Charlie 9er, runway 12 right, via Bravo Charlie.
Taxi to holding point Charlie 9er, runway 12 right via Bravo Charlie, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Cancun ground, American 2248, Airbus A321, gate 44, request IFR clearance to Charlotte Douglas, information uniform.
American 2248, Cancun ground, cleared to Charlotte Douglas via Rocky 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via SID to flight level 270, squawk 0060.
Cleared to Charlotte Douglas via Rocky 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via SID to flight level 270, squawk 0060, American 2248.
American 2248, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Roger that, American 2248.
All aircraft be advised, information Victor now current altimeter 3005. Cancun ground, Grupo Monterrey 162, Boeing 737-300, 843, request IFR clearance to Gen Mariano Escobedo Airport, information Victor. Grupo Monterrey 162, Cancun ground, cleared to Gen Mariano Escobedo Airport via Adgov 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via to flight level 200, squawk 4361. Cleared to Gen Mariano Escobedo Airport via Adgov 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via to flight level 200, squawk 4361, Grupo Monterrey 162. Grupo Monterrey 162, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start. Wilco Grupo Monterrey 162.
Cancun ground, American 1185, Boeing 737 MAX 8 with information Victor, gate 10, request IFR clearance to Kennedy Airport.
American 1185, Cancun ground, cleared to Kennedy via Rocky 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via to flight level 270, squawk 3753.
Cleared to Kennedy via Rocky 2 Alpha departure, runway 12 right, climb via to flight level 270, squawk 3753, American 1185.
American 1185, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Roger that, American 1185.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, contact Cancun Tower 118.6, good day.
Over to Tower 118.6, Air Canada 1883 Heavy. Air Canada 1883 Heavy, ready for departure, runway 12 right.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, Cancun Tower, wind 100 degrees, 7 knots, runway 12 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 12 right, cleared for takeoff, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Canada 1883 Heavy, contact Cancun departure 123.5.
Contact Cancun departure 123.5, Air Canada 1883 Heavy. Cancun departure, Air Canada 1883 Heavy. Good day, passing 900 feet, climbing to 6,000 feet.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, Cancun departure, identified, climb to 10,000 feet.
Climb to 10,000 feet, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Canada 1883 Heavy, contact Merida Center 125.2.
Center on 125.2, Air Canada 1883 Heavy. Merida Center, Air Canada 1883 Heavy, passing 7,200 feet, climbing to 10,000 feet.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, Merida Center, identified, climb to 19,000 feet, altimeter 3005.
Climb to 19,000 feet, altimeter 3005, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
United 551, contact Havana Center 135.1.
Center on 135.1, United 551, have a good one.
Merida Center, Aero Mexico 020 Heavy, flight level 330. Aero Mexico 020 Heavy, Merida Center, identified.
Merida Center, United 508, flight level 320.
United 508, Merida Center, identified. Southwest 612, contact Cancun approach 124.7.
Contact Cancun approach 124.7, Southwest 612.
Merida Center, Delta 1983, flight level 310.
Delta 1983, Merida Center, identified. Viva 313, contact Cancun approach 124.7.
Contact Cancun approach 124.7, Viva 313.
Merida Center, Southwest 4432, good day, flight level 320.
Southwest 4432, Merida Center, identified.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, request altitude change.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, I didn't get that altitude. Say again altitude.
Request flight level 250, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, roger, climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Center, Frontier Flight 153, passing flight level 268, descending to 17,000. Southwest 708, cleared Lama 1 Alpha, arrival, runway 12 left.
Cleared Lama 1 Alpha, arrival, runway 12 left, Southwest 708.
Frontier Flight 153, Merida Center, identified.
Merida Center, American 2510, flight level 330.
American 2510, Merida Center, identified. Group Monterey 780, descend via start to 3,000 feet, altimeter 3005.
Descend via start to 3,000 feet, altimeter 3005, Group Monterey 780.
Merida Center, American 1641, good day, flight level 340. American 1641, Merida Center, identified. Frontier Flight 153, descend to 8,000 feet, altimeter 3005.
Descend to 8,000 feet, altimeter 3005, Frontier Flight 153.
Southwest 708, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Southwest 708.
Southwest 708, descend to flight level 230.
Descend to flight level 230, Southwest 708.
Southwest 708, descend to 10,000 feet, altimeter 3005.
Descend to 10,000 feet, altimeter 3005, Southwest 708.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, request new cruise altitude.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, I didn't get that altitude. Say again altitude.
Request flight level 310, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Air Canada 1883 Heavy, roger. New cruise altitude flight level 310. Air Canada 1883 Heavy, climb flight level 310.
Climb flight level 310, Air Canada 1883 Heavy.
Southwest 708, descend via start to 4,000 feet, altimeter 3005.
Descend via start to 4,000 feet, altimeter 3005, Southwest 708.
United 1804, contact Center Air Control 123.9er, good day.
Center on 123.9er, United 1804.
Meredith Center, Delta 1820, good day, flight level 330.
Delta 1820, Meredith Center, identified. Beaver 2003, cleared Loma 1 Alpha arrival, runway 12 left.
Cleared Bomber 1 Alpha, arrival runway 12 left, Beaver 2003.
Frontier Flight 153, contact Cancun approach 124.7.
Contact Cancun approach 124.7, Frontier Flight 153.
Monterey 780. Contact Cancun approach 124.7.
Contact Cancun approach 124.7, Grupo Monterey 780.
Viva 2003, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Viva 2003.
Viva 2003, descend to 10,000 feet, altimeter 3005.
Descend to 10,000 feet, altimeter 3005, Viva 2003.